Have you ever noticed that some highly intelligent people do things that seem strange to everyone else? They disappear without explanation, say no without guilt, stay silent when others are arguing, walk away from situations that most people would desperately try to fix. And perhaps the most interesting part is this: they rarely explain themselves. Not because they're rude, not because they're arrogant, but because intelligence often changes how people view approval, conflict, and personal boundaries. Psychology suggests that as self-awareness grows, the need for constant explanation often decreases, because intelligent people eventually realize something powerful. Not everyone is entitled to an explanation. Today, we'll explore 12 behaviors intelligent people rarely explain, and the psychology behind why they don't. Number 1. They leave conversations that go nowhere. Most people continue arguments, hoping to change someone's mind. Intelligent people often do the opposite. When they realize a conversation is driven by ego instead of understanding, they quietly disengage. Not because they've lost, because they've evaluated the situation. Psychologists call this cognitive efficiency. Why spend emotional energy on a discussion where nobody is listening? Intelligent people understand that not every disagreement deserves their participation. Sometimes silence accomplishes more than another hour of arguing. Number 2. They enjoy being alone. Many people assume solitude means loneliness. Psychology says otherwise. Intelligent individuals often enjoy spending time alone because solitude creates something rare: mental space. A quiet environment allows reflection, creativity, problem-solving, and emotional recovery. Yet society constantly asks, "Why are you always alone? Are you okay? Don't you get bored?" Intelligent people rarely explain it because they know their peace doesn't require public approval. Number 3. They say no without excessive justification. Many people feel guilty when setting boundaries. They explain, apologize, over-explain, then explain again. Intelligent people eventually learn something important. A boundary is not a negotiation. It's a decision. Psychologists often associate healthy boundaries with emotional maturity. When intelligent people say no, they usually understand that endless explanations often invite endless debate. So they simply say no and leave it there. Number 4. They stop chasing people. This behavior confuses many people. At some point, intelligent individuals stop forcing relationships. They stop constantly texting first. Stop convincing people to care. Stop trying to earn attention. Why? Because psychology teaches a painful lesson. Relationships require mutual effort. When someone repeatedly shows disinterest, intelligent people pay attention. Instead of chasing, they redirect their energy elsewhere, and they rarely explain why they stopped. Number 5. They change their opinions. Ironically, intelligent people often change their minds more frequently than others, not because they're confused, because they're learning. Many people become emotionally attached to beliefs. Intelligent individuals become attached to truth. And when new evidence appears, they adapt. Psychologists view this as cognitive flexibility, the ability to update beliefs based on new information. They don't waste time defending outdated opinions simply to appear consistent. Number 6. They ignore certain criticism. Most people assume every criticism deserves attention. Psychology suggests otherwise. Not all criticism is useful. Some criticism comes from projection, insecurity, jealousy, or misunderstanding. Intelligent people evaluate feedback carefully. If criticism helps them grow, they listen. If it doesn't, they move on, without explanation. Because they understand something many people don't. Just because someone has an opinion doesn't mean it deserves a response. Number 7. They protect their privacy. In an age where people share everything online, intelligent individuals often become more private. Not secretive, private. They don't post every achievement, every relationship, every plan, every struggle. Psychologically, they understand that privacy protects peace. The fewer people involved in your personal life, the fewer opinions, expectations, and unnecessary complications you must manage. So they quietly keep important parts of life to themselves. Number 8, they walk away from drama. Drama is emotionally expensive. Intelligent people understand this. When conflict becomes repetitive and unhealthy, they often leave. Not because they can't handle confrontation, because they've learned some situations don't improve with more attention. Psychologists call this selective engagement, the ability to choose where emotional energy is invested. And intelligent people rarely explain why they walked away. The situation already explained itself.
Number 9, they outgrow people. This is one of the hardest realities of personal growth. As people evolve, some relationships naturally change. Interests change, values change, goals change, and sometimes friendships no longer fit. Intelligent people understand that growth often creates distance. They don't always announce it. They simply continue moving forward, not from superiority, but from alignment. Number 10, they don't need to win every argument. Many people confuse intelligence with proving others wrong. Psychology suggests the opposite. Truly intelligent people are often comfortable letting others disagree because they understand something important. Winning an argument doesn't necessarily change minds, and being correct isn't always worth destroying relationships. Sometimes peace is more valuable than victory. So they let certain conversations end unfinished, and they sleep perfectly fine afterward.
Number 11, they trust actions more than words. Intelligent people become skilled observers. They notice patterns, consistency, behavior. Psychologists consistently find that actions reveal intentions more accurately than words. As a result, intelligent individuals often stop asking for explanations. They simply watch behavior, because behavior already provides the answer. When someone's actions repeatedly contradict their words, intelligent people believe the actions, not the promises. Number 12, they choose peace over validation. Perhaps the most powerful behavior of all. Many people spend years seeking validation, approval, recognition, acceptance. But intelligent individuals eventually realize something. Validation is endless. No matter what you achieve, someone will criticize it. Someone will misunderstand it. Someone will disapprove. So they stop building their lives around external approval and start building their lives around internal peace. Psychologists call this internal validation, the ability to maintain self-worth independent of public opinion. And once someone develops this mindset, they stop explaining themselves to everyone around them because their decisions no longer require universal agreement.
At the end of the day, the behaviors intelligent people never explain aren't usually mysterious. They're often the result of self-awareness, boundaries, emotional maturity, and experience. They've learned that not every decision requires justification. Not every criticism deserves attention. Not every relationship should be chased, and not every battle should be fought. Because one of the most important psychological shifts a person can make is realizing this. You don't need everyone to understand your choices. You don't need everyone to approve of your boundaries. And you don't need to explain every step of your journey. Sometimes, the strongest statement a person can make is quiet confidence. The confidence to live according to their values, without feeling the need to constantly defend them. Because intelligence isn't just about knowing more. It's also about knowing when no explanation is necessary.